Hello, it's Summer here, and we are back with the Wings of Fire, a guide to the Dragon World. So on the cover we have the symbol of Wings of Fire, and then we have dragons from all the tribes all around. So let's start. Here are all the books that have come out up to this point of when the book came out. There's now a 7th graphic novel. What I'm going to do is mudwings section today. Now it's a lot of reading, so I'll let you read the little notes, but I'm going to read the main parts. Fellow Dragons, we have been researching the tribes and kingdoms of the world for some time now. It has become clear to us that none of the previous scrolls that claimed to be guides to our worlds were remotely adequate or complete enough. Many of the current scrolls in our libraries were written by nightwings or sea wings, or in the case of Patella, the high wings, giving us a necessarily limited view of all the other tribes. Many of these guys, for instance, do not include anything about rainbow venom or leafwing leaf speak. They describe all savings to be unfriendly. Sorry about the knock on my door. Where were we? Okay. They describe all savings as unfriendly, all ravens as lazy, all moving is thick-headed, and all savings as sly and underhanded. One would think this could go without saying, but just to be clear, every dragon is an individual. You cannot lump all dragons from any tribe into one category. That is closed-minded nonsense. The exact sort of thing, exactly the thinking the Dreamland Academy was founded to fight against. Therefore, we have decided to embark upon the following project to become a more true, more complete, more representative guide. Oh, sorry, I forgot to let you guys read these notes. Anyway, we're going to guide to all during the world. Starflight, our head librarian and archivist of Dreamland Academy, is launching an outreach mission to every tribe from the places, from the palaces and strongholds to the border towns, the outer islands, and small villages. We're asking for your voices and stories in these of everyday dragon life. Anything that should be included in the real guide to World Dragons. Thank you for your help this month, and we hope you enjoy and readers thanks to everyone who reads it. Signed, Tsunami Sai Starflight Flame Glory. Other things that's like a little burn mark detail added. And my cat's down there. Hi, Elsa. 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 Elsa, I'm here. Hi. Hi. Okay, anyway. That's her. All the mainland dragon questions or story of scorching is still a key part of our history. The moment we measure time from the foundation of our world, understanding of our world, while we may not know much of the legend is true, it's still a fascinating tale to study and debate. Starflight. The Legend of the Scorching. Once upon a time, when the world was newly hatched, there were no dragon kingdoms, there were no dragon tribes, there were no dragon towns, no villages, no palaces, or strongholds, or cities. Dragons of that day and age were solitary creatures. You may find one living in a mountain cave, or a small family on an icy island in the distant north, or a pair in a canyon deep under the sea. If you moved to the land of Hyria, or flew through its skies, you would find easily wherever you went was scavengers. Isn't I'm talking weird? Just go with it. The fortress teemed with scavengers. and the dens everywhere. A drink could barely set the talons down anywhere without landing on a scavenger. Scavengers strewed the world as though it was theirs, and for the most part, dragons did not care. As long as they would be left alone with enough prey to eat and some treasure to hoard, dragons were content to keep their caves. But scavengers, however, were not content. They screwed out of the dens and was standing for more than what they had. They killed dragons. They killed dragons' prey and choked the skies with smoke. Then most of all, they came for the dragon's treasure. The others looked into caves and sailed to dragon islands. Couldn't tell this tree in the jungle to find some of those hidden dragons. They stole gold, emeralds, sapphires, and pearls. They stole normal horns and rare fruit, and small sounded wood carvings. If dragon killed this treasure, the scavengers would try to steal it. Sometimes they came in groups, sometimes they brought weapons, and sometimes they went too far. No one knows why a scavenger would steal a dragon's egg. But we know he stole from a wrong dragon. Her original name was Lost Time, but she was a dragon of immense strength and power and cunning, older and wiser, more dangerous than most. Her lair was high in the mountain peaks, one of the very last to be found by the mudwing scavengers. When they stole her egg, her wrath blazed. As fierce as lightning, her roar shook the mountains like thunder. Alone, she could fight the thieves and eat them. She could burn every scavenger den and have the wish of vengeance, but she wanted more. And so she found these dragons. She sought them out and brought them into her army. One by one, across the world, they joined together under her wings. They became her talons, her claws, her fire. And her ferocious teeth. They began to scorch the earth. They burned the scavengers out of their holes. They set the dens ablaze. They took back the treasure, and they took back the land. They were the first dragon tribe. She became known as the first dragon queen. When the scorching was complete, the scavengers who survived scattered into the hiding holes across the world, powerless and insignificant. No more than prey, as they should have been all along. None of them belonged to dragons and would for the rest of time. Now we have the full map, all colored and all of that. So if you've seen the original books, you know how the map normally looks. But here we have a lot of extra places marked, and we actually Talon Peninsula where the old Diamond Kingdom was. Before the Russian volcano, that is. Mudwings. Chapter 1. Mudwings. This picture is Queen Moorhen at the Mudwing Palace. Here's a close-up of the Mudwing Kingdom from the map we just saw. Mudwings. Scales. Brown, sometimes with amber and gold undertails. Eyes brown, amber, or hazel. Unusual characteristics. Large flat heads with nostrils on top of snout. Thick armored scales. Abilities can be fire if warm enough. Hold their breath for up to an hour. Linked to large muscles and usually very strong. Habitat. The swamps, marshes, and boiling muscles between the mountains and the sea. Diet. Crocodiles, water birds, hippos, water buffalo, cows, elephants, really anything they can get their claws on. Queen. Queen Moorhen. As a librarian, sometimes I can get very attached to schools I grew up with. some would say too attached. I stocked him at Academy Library with all the scrolls that were related to me, including the ones given to me by my guardians. But in my first year as a librarian, a young mudwing named Simpa told me a valuable lesson to think more carefully about who's telling a particular story, why and whether the point of view can be trusted, and whether there might be voices out there that can give us something more true. That's why I decided to include the following quote with its notes. While I can never condone running a library school, the horror, in the case Simple was trying to tell me something too important to ignore. Starflight. Now again, I'll let you read Simpa's notes, but I'll read the main parts. The slug-like qualities of the mudwings by wise might of the nightwings. Mudwings, the slowest and dimmest of the tribes. I imagine slugs warp their way onto land and develop wings, then you have the right general idea. Their weaponry is large and quite strong. The armored scales give them ability to breathe fire when they are the correct temperature. They are fairly useful in battle, as long as they be roused from their mud puddles. If given a choice, the simple mudwings prefer to be states of rigid mud sleeping dayway, though there's no point as well. When they awake, the mudwings generally passes the time racing around with friends. If pressured, a mudwing is capable of swimming underwater without pulling for breath for up to an hour at a time. Generally, however, mudwings expand their living energy only to procure food, preferring slow-moving cows or quails consumed from their muddy swamps. Camels are usually roaming in the native habitat, swamp, but real little to note of these look like dragons. Hey, we're back. Sorry about the knock again. Simba, Fatespeaker alerted me to notes he wrote in the margins of our library scroll. The slow-like qualities of the mudwings. I must admit, I was rather horrified. A library scroll? Simba, a library scroll. But then I had Fatespeaker read me your notes, and I realized you were actually saying something critically important. For one thing, you were right. This is a distressing bias, inaccurate report. The reader clearly had a superior attitude, abundantly evident that they spoke to any mudwing before writing the scroll. I sent Fatespeaker on a quest to count all the scrolls written by mudwings in our library, and she found two. Out of all these scrolls, only two by mudwings. Well, there is a problem the library himself. Clearly, we need to acquire more scrolls of dragons from their own tribes and their own experiences. First-hand accounts are an essential way for dragons to learn about one another. With this in mind, I have an assignment for you. I'd like you to read a scroll about moving siblings first to add to the library. I think other tribes learn a lot from your personal perspective, and I'd be proud to include your voice in our library's collection. When we're reading on the library scroll, if you find any more scrolls that you have concerns about, please come talk to me or Fatespeaker instead. Starflight. I'm one of the very best tribe ever so there. Let's go to the library from Tale Doesn't Write Simpa. A few of the many noble qualities of the mudwings by Simpa the Mudwing. During the War of Sailing Session, a lot of dragons does have strong, brave, and true the mudwing troops are. Most dragons don't seem those because each troop is made up of brothers and sisters. All siblings from the same hatching, mudwings are always together. Starting from the day their eggs are snuggled into their warm, cozy mud nests, each sibling troop, the firstborn dragon is the big wings. Climbing out of their egg, and immediately goes to help her brothers to forget their own shows. A good big wings take care of this and make sure they learn a lot and grow up to be brave, kind dragons. For the rest of their life, the troops typically will live together, hunt together, and train together. When they have a fight, they follow big wings into battle. Usually, each troop will also have a healer who stays about fully uses of blood of various leaves, a treasure who keeps track of the troops' shared treasure and provisions, a gatherer who finds additional food to add to the prey. They all hunt together. A communicator who takes tasks in negotiating with other troops, or as troop when necessary. Who gets an assignment is to defend our national scouting purposes. I'm the American troop, obviously. My brother Newt is our healer, which is why he's always also chosen to the academy to learn about the medical discoveries of other tribes. And sometimes the big ones can be in charge of other areas too. If you're really at something like math, my big wing's sister is. I am not very good at math. Just as an outside note, outside the context of the book, I myself, Summer, is not very good at math. But, anyway, moving on. Sometimes we lose tips, which is the worst thing that could ever happen to anyone. It's happened a lot during the war. It's really sad, but many troops are still recovering from those losses. A more incomplete SIP group may look for unsips. Troops who lost one or more out and to join the group. Being part of a troop is one of the best things about being a mudwing. The other tribe bonds with the brothers like we do, which makes mudwings very special and pretty definitely the most loyal, caring tribe in all of Korea. Dearest Kevin Starflight, I have to make sure to read this letter once, even though I can't imagine anyone else in the academy reads with as much expression that I do. I am a Marine and worrying about you. All the Marines are telling me that you miss me so dreadfully. I haven't had a day where you're just lying at the window seat in the library with your noble nose pointing at the sky and saying, "Remove Pacemaker, oh Pacemaker, life's so empty without you." But I miss you too, Mr. Handsome Snout. And don't worry, I'll be back in the library with you as soon as I can. I think Moorhen's palace is quite fascinating. It was a lot more brown and damper. In reality, it's on a lake and full of sunlight and blanket forts. I mean, isn't that exactly what there? You know how you pass headquarters where AJ can go and sit and quietly? Well, those are kind of like that. But not for soldiering. Each one is built to let these dragons curl up together. Tell and intertwined so they can chat about the day or share stories or make plans or just peacefully be together. I wonder, isn't that interesting? I haven't seen any spots for dragons to be alone. It's like they figure you always want to be with someone else. So there's room for all of you. Does that make sense? It made me think about libraries actually. You and I think like namings, well sort of. Namings would grow up really weird. But maybe we should ask the students for ideas about study spaces. We should definitely have blanket forts for two of our mudwings to study together. Anyway, I talked to me more like you asked. She was very nice. Just like the vision person. She was only a complete activity. Not sure why that was my vision. Maybe because she's the queen. I asked her for scrolls that would represent the most important bits of moving history. Of course, when she took me to the past library. You would die! It's so cool! She chose this scroll so let me cut them out for you. I think along with this to bring this letter. I have the ring I'm looking for. The first one is the most ancient scroll I have. It is why it's all faded and in fragments. It looks like a part of a dragon's diary. It's filled with the hatching and well, you'll see. I don't want to ruin the surprise. And the other one is about a huge mudwing crisis a couple of centuries ago. It's written by Queen Morhen's own great-grandfather. What? I wish I could see your face when you get this. Babies are already freaking out and hugging all the squirrels you can reach. Get back soon. Let me know that you love squirrels. And also tell everybody. And also tell me everything that's happening at school. I don't miss a single thing. I don't miss a single thing while I'm off of my awesome research adventure. Love, Fate Speaker. The mysterious egg. I'm sure too. It's my first hatching. I'm so afraid to do something wrong. I know I'm supposed to leave them. My sips keep telling me that eggs will be fine. They're supposed to be alone. This or most of them hit by rocks. And the one will protect it. But my brothers and sisters don't see the weird egg. Why is it that color? What's something wrong with the whole hatching? It's really red, like tiny Tub's tail got bitten off by a hippo and bled. Oh, remember, it's not a normal egg color. What if it means the dragon's like evil or sick or something? Should I tell someone? What should I do? I went back to the nest last night. I couldn't help it. I kept thinking about the red egg. And I figured it would be alright to sleep with the eggs for a while. It's not like dragons inside will know. I made a fire to keep warm and stared at the eggs. Some of them, just like my subgroup. I wonder if they'll be like us in the other way. I hope they have great big wings. Like ours. But what if the red egg has big wings inside it? What if the color means the dragon says awfully sick or cold or too hot and needs help? What if it happens to the rest of the dragons? What if there was something wrong with the big wings? It probably isn't the big wings. Certainly the normal eggs are quite bigger than it. But once I started thinking about it, I couldn't stop myself from picking up the red egg. I just wanted to see if I could feel or hear anything. Moving inside and check the temperature of the shell. It feels normal, my talents. I don't know. I don't ever hold dragon eggs. So I know, I tested the other day, and they feel the same. No movement, just warm and a light feeling, I think. I held my red egg closer to the fire so I could look at the color again. And then noise from the shell startled me, so I jumped the egg slipped between my claws and landed right in the fire. Not inside some kindling. I yelled and burned myself trying to get it out. But the egg was fine. The shell wasn't even hot. No scorch marks, or anything. It's the strangest thing. I put it back in the nest and came home. I didn't think I myself noticed my stuff the other night. Check on the eggs. When we got up to go again tonight, Tap was awake and waiting for me outside the sleep house. Claws crossed and tail tapping. I told her I was just getting a little fresh air, but she gave me this big look, and I ended up confessing everything. She tried to make a face of normal, but I saw a flash of alarm in her eyes. Red? Are you sure? A red egg. She pulls a stray leaf out of the side of our sleep house. I tried to between claws, at least close to yes. Definitely was absolutely red. Show me, she said finally, so I did. We both stood around the nest staring at it. And eventually I was found us there. Roman at me. Moccasin, what did you do to that red egg rolling in blood? Don't be gross. So scolded him. She turned to me. Moccasin, listen. The last had you had a red egg in too. What? Some more called hopefully. What happened? And what happened? I whispered, afraid of looking at her eyes. Did the dragon turn out alright? No, well, that is, I don't know. What? She stopped, took a deep breath. I said we should clean about it. And she rose back. That we should destroy it. And you did? I follow orders. But this is your egg. We don't have to tell her about it. She can't order to destroy it, so you decide what you want to do. I touched the ritual lightly. Well, I think I want something to hatch, I said. Tell me now, we'll keep an eye on it. I might one of the fire schools ready to something up in the Skyving tribe. She eyed me for a moment. You These didn't come from skiving, did they? No, I said, I don't think so. Isn't there days of day making? But I'm pretty sure skiving would spell in from moving, right? Let's cover it back up with mud and see what happens. We were all there for the hatching today. Tom made us hide in the boulder so the eggs wouldn't see us. She said we might mess up the spawning if they got curious about us. I know she's our bigwigs, but we have no idea how she knows all the things she does. The reason by hatching is a gigantic little dragon with a really funny bossy expression all the time. He poked his way into the world and then started helping the others out. I must admit, him impressed when it came to the red egg. One thing inside attacked him, or one from the fire scales, and it burned him. Looking up was a tiny brown gold dragonette. No different from any other newborns I've ever seen. She bobbed her head into her mother's snout and giggled, and then went around the mud nest with the others, getting totally covered. By the time all the baby dragons were hatched, I can't even tell which one was from the red egg. She seems alright, I whispered to Toe. I'm alright. It's grown and work hard, awkward, like you, he grinned at me. No one will talk me about it. That's a relief. She looked thoughtful at the moment. We should let the other dragons know somehow, so don't give her any other blood eggs. I'll find a way. I've been spying on my dragonettes. Tell them to be mad, but I just wanted to see if the red egg dragonette was still right. Which is how I saw what happened today. The little dragons were playing duels with the older troops who were training, and didn't notice them. I think the dragons were pretending to be old dragons, marching and hopping and kicking and making cute little flame movements just like the bigger group. But then, one of the big dragons breathed out a blessed flame. She wasn't aiming for a straw target dummy. She was aiming for a straw dragon, but she was moving too fast and didn't see the one that one of the little dragons was in the way. But the little red egg baby did. Though she leaped to push her brother out of the way, the fire caught her along with one of her wings. I screamed and sent her to feel the moving in the troop. They got to her first, and it was in confusion and chaos and mud everywhere. But by the time I ran over, it was hard to tell what had happened exactly, except there was a red egg dragon that had become fire. And she's fine. Absolutely, completely fine. The burn marks faded before her eyes, and she shook out her wings and gave a little cry and sweep with a look. All I could think was, 3 moons, I had some kind of magic baby. There was no way to keep a secret from the queen when that made dragons thought. But I think it'll be alright. I think she should be pleased to know that mummies have a new power now. Maybe one day all our eggs will be red, and our skills will be invulnerable to fire. It would be amazing if it all served by egg. I wonder my next hatching will. Let's picture the eggs. Okay, only a few pages. But who should wear the crown? A first-hand account of the Moving Succession Crisis by Prince Salgars of the Mudwings. Yes, I know this video is long, just go with it. There were 5 of us to begin with. 3 mothers, 2 sisters. Which should have been enough. Ingrid were the big wings, and this would exclude the little wings. Royal eggs are treated like regular baby eggs. We're left to hatch in the marshmallow. We don't have to fend for ourselves, just fight against the world. Instead, we have to warm underbelly of baby pellets. Inside the mud mold was a royal hatchery. I can remember with an eagle's claws peeling back the shell of my egg and tugging me into the chirping, whispering mouth. She was not that much bigger than I was, but her big wings and legs were powerful. Knowing I came from an orange sunset glowing through the hole that looked out over the lake was so brighter than I'd ever known. I blinked and blinked, wishing I could run back into the darkness and see through my shell. Then our streets up and through watching us. They did not move with eager foot for their siblings. One by one, we kicked off the last of the wooden bits of eggshell. They did whisper to one another. We didn't understand what they were saying. We certainly did not know the biggest one of our mother, Ahina, the Lord Queen. That wouldn't have been anything to us. We only cared about Egbert's talons. Egbert's warm brown eyes, Egbert's strong snout. Then he was all closer together. We held and she scooped out the nest in the mud, where we could all curl up safely. We ate the worm she found first and fell asleep, exhausted from the effort of hatching. Another moment the group would hatch near the village, and soon find their way to an old dragon nearby. Most villages have a school where young dragons can learn mudwing language. But we pick up the words as ways of mudwings life by following an old group around. For the pals, however, education and training were begin early in the ritual of choosing names. As for the next full moon, Carver, the smallest of us, short and quick, possum, quiet and cuddly, and uncannily sad most of the time. Bayou, the other sister, and Becca Bear, Egbert, the next queen, and me, Sawgrass, the brother who worried. I worried about whether there would be enough worms and roots and grubs for us. I worried about all the children to poke their heads and stare at us night and day. What did they want? Who were they? Why did they keep talking about big wings? Why did they keep taking our big wings away and bringing her back and taking her away again? I worried about wrapping my mouth around a large around the ring like it was raining. I worried about the weird yelling sound of the birds in the lake. I worried about the sun going away, and the strangeness of the dark noises and the insects. Whether the sun would come back, and then when it did, I worried how long we would have to go before she abandoned us again. So as you can imagine, I was taught how the succession worked in a royal family. I worried about that a lot. As you can perhaps also imagine, my son did not take my worrying seriously. Very seriously. This can't be right, I said to my tutor for the 100th time. Edgar has to prepare her mother in battle to become queen. She has to. She has to actually, with her own... Yes, he said impatiently. Princess Eager will have to kill Queen Athena at some point with her to be queen. Unless Athena wins, I said, and Possum frowned at me across the classroom. Oh no, Egret wasn't ready. So tutor Prince Baby will become the heir instead. I had nightmares about this for years. If you're wondering, and I think Baby did too, although she wouldn't admit it. She was not interested in being queen. She put it to mildly, she liked having a big wings, and she would never want to be one. I don't think Egret and Baby alive. I asked the tutor on a different day. If she knows one of them probably will kill her one day. Isn't she scared of them? Feels to me as though I just need a bullfrog on my nose. I just need bullfrog on my nose. I'm playing no care for dragonets. She knows that Arizona is to receive a lower track, and she has an afterthought. She has no sister that needs to take over something would happen to her. My husband came with 2 others, both of whom died in skirmishes with Kevin before, having an offspring of their own. He flicked his tail at angry Mayu, who were playing a bowling game with shells and twigs. Those 2 are open pots. There's no further problem there. I didn't think we would work out. Then tried to get some nourishment of 2 little dragons. So we should have been alright. I mean, Mother had no rights. Even though Bea grew more nervous, no less as she got older, Megan was patient, thoughtful, wise. She waited a long time for challenging Athena from the throne. The queen was old and easy to meet. I think that particularly fixed any of us. She would be in a weird, loving family. Coffee, Possum, Mayo, Egret, and I took care of one another. They were not very something about Athena. We were proud of our big wings and our new queen Egret. I sought her out, and the day after she won, she was on a large rock, by a lake, with her arms falling her crowd for a new portrait. Time to find a match, I said, trying to sound cheerful and casual, but not at all frightening for nerves. Better have some dragonets soon. Righto. I know it's not kind of ridiculous when I'm freaking out. Ingrid rolled her eyes at me. I'm looking for 1 day, she said with a laugh. There's plenty of time for dragonets, you fluffy tadpole. Yes, I said, but, still a good idea. Might as well get started. Very sensible, yes? Sawgrass. She shoved me a good inch into the lake. When I came out sputtering and dripping with weed stuck along my snout, she laughed again and said, I'm happy with my sips. I don't want Adrian to hit. I don't even want to hear about this again for at least another 10 years. 10 years? I yelped. But she had already flown away. Still, I should have been alright. Ingrid was young enough to and healthy. And we weren't at war with anyone, so we have many things that happened. Or you could have dragonets, if you're really worried. Carver pointed out, jabbing me in the ribs with his tail. Me? I said, alarmed. I did not like talking to strangers. I never attended royal balls or conversation parties or swimming areas on the lake. I had 4 siblings, and they were everything. I cannot imagine meeting someone new or having dragonets. Would I have to come and tell on those large faces poking my nose in the royal hatchery every day? What if I had to talk to my dragonets? I shivered. Maybe you could. I said, hopefully covet or possum. He shook his head. I never want dragonets to sit. A possum isn't any braver than you are. Anyone will get around to eventually. But just stop worrying. You might have told the lake to stop being wet. I had headaches all the time. I woke up 10 times in a terrible fright, but nothing I said made any difference to Egret. She had her plans. She would not let me hurry her. I didn't try once to be a stranger, but that was a sibling group. Those sibling group worked on construction on the palace and the homes around it. They were deft with their talents, building of both structures and was strong and elegant. Sometimes I would bring out my drawing materials so I could sit and watch them work. Not because they were talented, but because I found them interesting and they were so calm. I never saw them fight, nor even argue. I never saw even one of them study the claws of each side. I never hurried or treasure bridges. The ring was named Olive, and she was the most serene dragon I've ever seen. Perhaps I could confess something here. Aegon was brilliant, and a wonderful queen. She, an amazing sister, but she was perhaps not always gentle with us. She liked to leap by the shadows and frighten us when we were little. She liked to gather us into dark corners, into horror stories. Sometimes I wake up and find her whispering scary nothing into my ear, so she can get a look on my face. Okay, 2 more pages. I don't think it was malevolent. I didn't think it was malevolent. I don't think it was malevolent, but she loves us, but she was careless with us. I think perhaps not entirely surprising that I worried so much that Baby was afraid of the crown. I probably was quietly sad. And that Copperhead was the clever one. Eventually ran away, although with the remain, that was quite a shock. Anyway, what would be like to have Baby with this calm Olive? Her rage, tranquil serenity, like a blanket around her hips. Alright, I didn't actually try to meet her. She spoke to me first. Prince Sawgrass, right? She called somehow I managed to drop my charcoal stick, remember pirates, and step on my own tail at once. I answered. Can you come with me? Can you come hold this for a moment? She went to the trail, her talons were awkwardly pressing down on my back. I awkwardly joined her, awkwardly followed her instructions, awkwardly mumbled and nodded at everything she said. I don't quite know what I was doing. I was too alarmed to store much of memory beyond my own awkwardness. At the end, she tapped me with hers and said thanks. She smiled, and that was most conversation I had with the train outside my soup group. Or servants, or probably years. And maybe that's why I thought of her. That's probably why I thought of her when everything fell apart. As I was Copperhead leaving, Aaron was furious. I mean, we all felt betrayed. How could you choose another dragon? Any dragon over us, no matter how handsome that Ringwing was. He was still a Ringwing. Amy started asking us every day if we were loyal to her. If we would ever do that. To her. She told several stories about the dark things and all the things that might happen to Copperhead off the river. With those siblings to protect him. He was a little bit meaner, a little bit more paranoid, a lot more reckless. You don't need all those details about how she died. You don't need all the details about her. I'll just tell you she was showing off, trying to scare me into seeing. When she flew like the mountains would get out of the way. And this time she didn't. No one's gonna play so much as Bayou. Nobody so much as Bayou cried for days. Refused to even look at the ground. And then she vanished. The only remaining heir to the moving throne, you're gone in the middle of the night. Plus we were the only ones panicking then. The entire trip was silly, living through our worst nightmare. Who can be queen? How can we decide who would rule in the meanwhile? They tried to attack us, stealing back hard-won territory, stealing pride and treasure. Then we would lose with no one in charge. We lost with no one in charge. We searched further and further on our family tree. With 2 generations of queens with no sisters, had left us with not very many branches to stand on. There's something that muttering that I should, or that possum or I should, but no muttering in a real tribe since the time of scorching. And how can we start now? How can we start with one of us being the least kingly of all dragons? So, you think you could guess what happened next, don't you? You think what everyone else thinks. That is just Olive. We had dragonettes, and she ruled until our daughter was old enough to be queen. And she subsequently gave Kapu the throne. She's the first queen in movie history to die peacefully of old age, with me represented the whole time. Well, you're partly right. It had been long enough that I can tell you the truth. Here in my proud age, Kapu's granddaughter was too beloved to be a queen and endangered by the information anyway. Olive found me in the throne room. A month into the succession crisis. I was holding my crown, studying it. Really wishing I could tell me what to do, where it belongs. Prince Cyrus? She said in a straightforward, peaceful way. I have an idea. Oh, I turned my eyes. We have seen that improved after a month of wild-eyed mudwings yelling at me. You need a queen and a royal heir. All said, I have 6 eggs to hatch in a few months' time. I'll tell everyone the yours, and that queen will hatch. Soon enough, put me in charge in the meanwhile. I stared at her. I have great big wings, said calmly. I'll be a great queen and I will take care of you. Rita, my wing stories are usually not full of great loves or starry-eyed romance. We leave it to the sea wings, or the sea wings. But I don't mind telling you that I felt quite in love with Alba at that moment. You know what? She's a great queen. And so is Kapu, my adopted daughter. And maybe my new royal family tree, but it's a stronger one. And we want to see wings next. I hope you all enjoyed the video. And make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm sorry the video was like almost an hour long. It took a while. But I'll see you all next time.